Welcome everyone. Today we are starting our new chapter, chapter number 18, which is continued from our book 1, that means from class 11th. The chapter's name is probability. Before starting the chapter, once we will recall our some events, that means some kind of formulas also. So first of all, we will talk about a simple event. A simple event is an event that describes a single outcomes. A compound event is an event made up of two or more simple events. Secondly, we will talk about mutually exclusive event. As here also, you can see that a universal set is made up of, and here two events are shown, A and B. They are mutually exclusive to each other. It means when we try to find out any intersection between them, that is null. Nothing is common in between these two sets or these two events. So we can say that these are mutually exclusive events. So here as number 1 I have written addition law of exclusive events. Since nothing is common in these two events, so we can write probability of holding A union B, that is equal to the probability of holding A plus probability of holding B. Second is exhaustive events. What does it mean? Exhaustive events mean when I'm talking about that event A is given for some particular number, as I'm talking that it was 1, 2, 3, and event B was defined as for 3, 4, 5. When we find out the union of A and B, then it comes equal to sample space. Here the universal set or the sample space, we can say it was given 1 to 5, and A and B, when we are finding out the union of these two sets, that comes equal to sample space 1 to 5, because 3 is common in both. So when I will try to find out the probability of A union B, obviously it will be 5 upon 5, that means 1. So wherever A union B is equal to sample space, we can say these type of sets, these type of events are exhaustive events. Here we will talk about some special cases, so please pay attention. If I am talking about an event A and the sample space was given S, as you know that when we are finding the A complement, that means leaving all the elements in A. When we were talking about the set, then we were saying that leaving all the elements of A, that is known as A complement. Same here when we are talking about an event A, so that means A complement is the chances for not holding that event is known as A complement. So we can also that these are mutually exclusive sets, because if A will hold, then A dash means it will not hold. So these are mutually exclusive events. So we can say that the probability of the intersection is always 0. Second thing, when I talk about A union A complement, that means I'm talking about this complete whole set. So that means it's equal to sample space. So we can write it equal to probability of A union A complement. When we are finding the union of these two, that will be equal to the probability of sample space. So here, since these are mutually exclusive events, so in that case when A and B are mutually exclusive, so we can write that probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B, because nothing is common in these both. So in that, this intersection part will always be 0. So we can write that the probability of union of two mutually exclusive events is always equal to their sum, holding of these two events separately. So here, since these are mutually exclusive events, so I can write the probability of A union A complement will be probability of A plus probability of A dash. If you want, then you can learn from here that probability of A union A dash will be probability of sample space, and since these are mutually exclusive events, so I can write it probability of A plus probability of A dash, since nothing is common in these both are mutually exclusive events, and probability of sample space is always 1. So if you want, then you can find out probability of A by 1 minus probability of A complement, or you can find out probability of A complement by 1 minus probability of A. Here I am telling you one more important case. If I am talking about two events A and B are two events and something is common in between them also. I am not saying that these are mutually exclusive. They are not mutually exclusive at all. So I am saying that A intersection B is this part. It is shown here this is A intersection B. When I talk about this part only, if you focus, then this part. So in your earlier classes, when you were studying this sets, you were saying it A minus B. You were saying it A minus B. That means from A you were removing all the elements of set B. So here as I am talking about the complement, so this part we can write in the form of A intersection B complement. Since it is B up to here, and all this is B complement. This is lying outside of the B, it's lying B complement. So this one we can write as A intersection B complement. Same with this one, I can write A complement. Since we are not taking any event from A or any element from A, so we can write this A complement intersection B. So in that case, if we talk about probability of A, then you can combine these two. You can write probability of A intersection B complement plus probability of A intersection B. Another way, if they will ask for probability of B, that means this probability of B if they are asking for, so you can write it same way, probability of A intersection B plus probability of A complement intersection B. These two are not mutually exclusive events. Something is common among these, so we can divide it into three parts. The first part is A intersection B complement, second part is A intersection B, and the third one is A complement intersection B. So if they are asking for A, we can add up these two. If they are asking for B, we can add up these two parts. Now for special case 4, it's written probability of A complement intersection B complement. When we are talking about A and B, A complements means leave A, then all including this part also and outside part also. When we are talking about B complement, that means leave B also. And they are asking the intersection of A complement and B complement, that means leave A and B. So this one, this outsider part is known as this intersection of this. So we can, how can we write this? We can write it that when we are removing this part, union part from sample space, when we are removing this part from our sample space, we can say that we are talking about this outer shaded part. Since they are saying find out A intersect A complement, that means leave A, leave B. Leave A and B, the intersection part of this. So that means they are talking about this outside shaded part. So we can write it as 1 minus A union B. We can write it 1 minus 1 means for the whole sample space, probability of sample space. Here 1 is written for probability of sample space PS. So it's 1 minus P A union B. Now the most important part which you have studying from your earlier classes, that was PA union B is equal to PA plus PB minus PA intersection B. Probability of holding an event or union of these two events is equal to probability of holding first event, probability of holding second event minus probability of holding the intersection. So now I am saying if these are exclusive, mutually exclusive events, that means if for this part I am telling, if these two events are mutually exclusive, that means nothing is intersection between them. So you can write that this part will be 0. So probability of A union B will be probability of A plus probability of B. Here question number 1 is given in exercise 18A. A bag contains 5 red balls, 8 black balls, 7 yellow balls. What is the probability of drawing either a red ball or a black ball from the bag? Or is given, that means they are asking for the union. But one thing we can notice that these events are mutually exclusive events. If we will take the red ball, that cannot be blue. Okay, so that means they are mutually exclusive events. So we can write probability of R union B will be probability of R plus probability of B. So what is the probability of taking a red ball? That will be 8 upon the total sample space, and the total sample space is 5 plus 8 plus 7, that means 20. So it will be 5 upon 20 for red ball, and for the black ball it will be 8 upon 20. So the total will be 13 upon 20. For question number 2, they are asking probability of A is given, probability of B is given, probability of A intersection B is given. They are asking, are A and B exhaustive events? As we have already talked about the exhaustive events, what did I tell about that? That if I am saying that A union B comes equal to the sample space, if the probability of A union B is equal to probability of sample space, that means 1, because the probability of sample space is number of events upon total sample space, so that will be 1 only. So if it comes equal to 1, then we can say these are the exhaustive events, otherwise it's not. So here you can find out the probability of A union B, that will not come equal to 1. So that means no, it's not an exhaustive event. Here we go for question number 7. It's clearly given if A and B are two events such that probability of A is 0.54, probability of B is 0.69 and the probability of their intersection is 0.35. Then we have to find out PA intersection B dash is equal to. As we have studied in our special cases where I was drawing this, so it was A intersection B, this one was A intersection B complement, A intersection B complement, and this one was A complement intersection B. So here when we were studying these, we have used the formula that probability of A is probability of A intersection B complement plus probability of A intersection B, the sum of these two. And here they are asking for this, so we can take it in minus to the LHS. So it will be probability of A minus probability of A intersection B, 0.54 minus 0.35, that will be 0.19. If they are asking for probability of A dash intersection B, then we will use the formula probability of B is equal to probability of A intersection B plus probability of A complement intersection B. Here it is done. Question number 11. It's given probability of A union B is 4 upon 5. Probability of A complement union B complement is 7 upon 10. Probability of holding an event B is 2 upon 5. And they are asking for probability of A. We know very well the formula is probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Since they are asking for probability of A, all this one we will take in negative, this one we will take with positive sign. So we can find out the probability of A. So for finding this intersection, what I did, it was given A complement union B complement. I can write it, this probability of A complement union B complement can be written as 1 minus probability of A intersection B. These all formulas you have studied in class 11. So I have found this probability of A intersection I have taken here, and this one I have taken to right hand side, and I found it 1 minus 7 upon 10, that means 3 upon 10. And the same probabilities I have used here to find out the value of probability of A. Now I request everyone to complete this exercise today itself. Thank you.